What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Nick and I talk all about trading and investing in a legitimate way, but today we're going to be taking a look at some scammers in the FX industry who take advantage of unsuspecting people and try and get them to invest money when in reality they're just stealing people's money, taking it away, and then blocking them immediately after. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is two parts. Number one, it's really entertaining and funny to mess with these guys, and I hope you guys enjoy that stuff. They kind of deserve to be trolled because they're stealing money from people, they're ruining other people's lives, and it doesn't matter what sort of financial situation anybody is, it is never okay, no matter what situation you're in, it is never okay to go ruin other people's lives. I have received, myself and my team, we've both seen some terrible messages from people who have talked about self-harm and all sorts of terrible things because they've lost all of their money to these scammers who have literally have no soul. They will take anything you give them, and stay tuned, you're going to see exactly why, because I've got the messages with this very unique scammer here. Pulled up on the screen. We'll go ahead and pop them up right here. Okay, so you're reading along and check this out. We sent a message to this person named Peter Johnson _ML, and this was an account that has about 11,000 followers, and I figured, okay, well, this person looks pretty interesting. They haven't blocked me yet, so they probably will at some point. So I'll show you guys this before he blocks me. Look at this account. There's so many of these accounts, and you know, at my point, I've been doing this for so long. I've seen so many scammers. I know what a scammer looks like. This is a scammer page. It's inconsistent. It's a bunch of different people, a bunch of random Bitcoin things, and you know, no likes. This, look at this. One like, and you have 11,000 followers. Get out of here. That's terrible. So that you know that this is a fake account. You know that this is not real followers. This is just an account set up to try and scam individuals. Okay? Look at this. They've got 448 views. That's not bad, I guess.
Helping me trade and bring high profitabilities in binary options.
Okay. Yeah. Well, anyways, so this is their page, and it's all over the place. It's got, look at this. I noticed one thing that was interesting was, notice how there's pictures of different people and then random events and then random desktops and then testimonials and stuff, and they're all fake. It's all just one big scam to try and get you to contact them. You can see basically he calls himself a senior account manager. He's a Forex trader and a crypto consultant and a binary options trader. Successful withdrawals. Guys, this is so ridiculous because when we get into the messages, you guys are going to see how crazy some of these scams really are. And the sad thing is that people who are new to the industry, I mentioned I've been doing this for a long time. I've been trading. I know what realistic stuff looks like, and I know what fake BS looks like. This is fake BS. But new traders, new people who are getting into this, they might not know the difference, and they might actually fall for some of these scams. If you've fallen for one of these in the past, you know it's a really terrible experience, and it's no fun, and it's pretty humiliating. So don't fall for these scams. Always check or validate somebody, make sure that they're who they're saying they are, and let's get into it. So I said, hi Peter, I'm good. He says, where are you from? I'm from the US, and I told him, and this is the crazy thing, I wanted to test the limits as to how crazy and how evil these people are, how much money they would take from somebody who is in a really bad situation. So I said, I'm really struggling financially and I'm not in a good place. He said, have you traded online before? And I said, I have, but really lost a lot of money. And he said, oh my gosh, I'm really sorry for your loss. I'm shamed. I said, I'm ashamed. My wife has left me and I'm battling divorce lawyers, and I'm down to my last few $1,000s. I don't know if you guys have ever seen somebody going through a divorce. That's a terrible time, and battling with lawyers, that sounds like the end of the world. That's terrible. Fortunately, that's not my situation, and to anybody who's in that, I can't even imagine. So I'm just making up a scenario that is, to me, a terrible situation to see what these people will do. And sure enough, you know, this guy has no soul, because he goes, there are a lot of fake account managers these days, but you're in the right place. You will recover all of your lost trading with my company. And I said, that's exactly what I was hoping to hear, Peter. I know you're very good at what you can do. I love your trading setup. And I just saw that picture of his trading setup and figured, you know, I'll just compliment him on that setup. I mean, it is a cool setup, even though it's not his. I can help you trade and make good profit weekly and monthly basis if only if you are interested. And I said, I'm very interested. How much can I make? And guys, these scammers are getting more and more ridiculous, I swear, by the weeks, because check this out. I can help you trade and make good profit weekly or monthly basis, share the profits 90 to 10%. You taking 90% and while I take 10%. First of all, let's just pause for a moment. If you could make the sort of returns that are on the screen right here, talking take $500 and turn it into $5,400 weekly, why the heck would you do this for other people? Why would you be like taking other people's money and going through the trouble? You know, it's like, it's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. But again, when somebody is like starry-eyed about making money and trading and they don't know anything about it, they might actually fall for something like this. So be aware of anything too good to be true, anything that makes you like super excited, makes you feel like you're in a casino. Yeah, that's not good trading. That's definitely gambling, or definitely, almost certainly a scam. Okay, so he says that you can take $300, get $2,800 weekly, or $6,300 a month. What is that in terms of a return? $300 to $6,300 monthly? That's more than 10 times. That's more, is that 21? Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's 21 times your money every month. Does that sound consistent to you? That's ridiculous. That's insane returns. If somebody could do that, they'd be richer than, they'd be like the richest person on earth in like a matter of months, really. Well, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't take much more than a year or so, and they'd be like the richest person on earth. Okay, so that's scam signal number one. Anything like this, any wall of text that you get like this that's full of, you know, total BS numbers is just a scam. It is just a scam. Like, there's no such thing as this. All in weekly profits and 100% guaranteed. That word should never, ever, ever be used in any sort of investment strategy or hedge fund or anything. There's no such thing as guarantees in markets, just like there's no such thing as guarantees in most things in life. It's just not how, you know, what if the market changes like drastically and then things that were working are no longer working, and then, well, we can't really guarantee you money anymore, so, you know, it's not really a guaranteed. It's never a guaranteed. Okay, so always, that's number two. Signal number two, never trust somebody who says money is guaranteed, okay? How much do you intend to start up your investment? I have about 6,500 in Bitcoin that I've been holding for a long time. Okay, you can invest it. Again, remember guys, I told him my life was like falling to pieces. My wife was leaving me. I was battling divorce things. I'm ashamed. I'm humiliated. And this person is ready to just take that money anyways. Again, these people are heartless. I'm fully convinced they have no soul. It's really all the trading capital I have left, since the rest of my money is probably going to my wife. She left me for another man. Just to pour a little more salt on that wound, guys. After I already told him it's a divorce, I'm losing to lawyers, I'm losing my money, I've lost it in trading, I tell this person that not only did she leave me, she left me because she left me for another man. That's like the worst situation ever. Okay, and he just goes, I'm sorry for that. Before we start, do you have an ID card? This man just like brushed my life to the side and said, give me your ID. But guys, I got him on this one. This one's too good. Just wait for me. If you guys are an Office, here's the hint. If you're an Office fan, like The Office, the American show, stay tuned. The ID card, yes, let me see it. Okay, one moment. I said, all right, I'm waiting. And this is where I basically got started here. He said, I wanted to see oh look, there's another scammer messaging me at the top. Maybe we'll make another video out of that person soon enough. Stay tuned. So sorry for the delay, sir. I'm finding the picture on my desktop. Okay, let me see it. This is what I sent him, guys. Are you guys ready? I sent this dude a picture of Jim Halpert from The Office. Jim Halpert. The dude, you know, like the funny guy, like he sits at the front, he's like the salesperson. Yeah, I sent him a picture of Jim Halpert, and this is where I was like, fingers crossed he's never seen The Office, which is not a good bet to make because The Office is super popular. But he, sure enough, these scammers are not usually very smart. So I said, sorry again for the delay. I've marked out some sensitive info, and the sensitive info that I marked out was just that it was like from a fake site. Like, this is a fake ID, of course, and it was just like fake numbers and everything, and I marked that out, and he didn't even suspect. If you look closely, my Photoshop skills are not so great. You can see I actually even marked out down here just looks terrible. But anyways, he bought it because scammers, they're not usually the smartest individuals in the world. They're usually just like, I don't know. I've talked to a good number of scammers. I know that some of them are in bad situations, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how bad your situation is if you're willing to like destroy someone else's entire life to get yourself out. So anyways, he says he needs the back of the side, so I just sent him a fake back of a Michigan license. And then I said, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I'm very anxious to get started. I have my Bitcoin, but I'm not too sure how to invest it. He said, okay, now you have to register your trading account. And this is where things got really interesting because he wanted me to register it with his company, and he sent me his link, and we'll get to that in just a second. But I said, okay, is there any representatives? Because I wanted to see if I could get this guy on a phone call, but he would not budge. He was not interested in getting on a call. I said, okay, is there any way one of your representatives or yourself can help me? I have the Bitcoin, just need someone to walk me through. I sent him a picture. There's money in there. He's like, oh, okay, now I'm going to grab this guy's last money like he said he had. And I said, is there a way we can call? No, we don't make calls. You should register. Let's start. And this brings us to another signal that you are talking to a scammer. If you were to invest money with anybody, if they're not willing to take your call when you're getting started, even if it was legit, if they're not willing to take your call, what about when you're like have questions about your investments and you can't even call them? That's a huge, huge, huge red flag. Is that red flag number 3 or number 4? I can't even remember. There's a lot of red flags here. So let's keep going and see what else we can find. So we don't make calls. You should register. Let's start. And I said, can you make an exception for me? Of course, he said no. Please call me on here or tell me how we can call. And then I said, we don't make calls with clients. That's my trading certificate and ID card, which we'll look at in a second. He sent it at the end. He deleted it here. That's why you can't see it. But he sent me a certificate of authenticity or whatever, and it's just a total fake certificate. That's another one. If somebody sends you a certificate as a trader, like that doesn't tell you anything. That does not, like, a certificate as a trader doesn't mean anything. Where's the performance track record? Where's like real withdrawals and that sort of thing? A certificate is just total BS. Anybody can write a certificate on a fake certificate site and print it out and then whatever. So don't fall for that. That's another red flag. There we go. Okay, well, I appreciate your time. I have another gentleman ready to help me invest as well. And this is where I was like, okay, I don't want to invest with you unless you're calling, because I wanted to see if I could get him, but he basically wouldn't budge. But here's the certificates he sent me. And this is like what I'm talking about. It's got Peter Johnson. One thing that I don't get about these scammers is the fact that the names they choose are like the most generic names you've ever heard. Like Peter Johnson? Come on, get more creative than that. They always seem to be that way. That's another red flag. And I guess that's not really fair to say, because there's completely kind people out there named Peter Johnson, I'm sure, and nothing against that name. It's more just that for some reason, these scammers always take these very, very American sounding names, like very basic names or just English speaking names, and they try and scam people with them. So again, here he sent me a video. I found this funny. If we zoom in a little here, look at this. It's not even signed by a director. So he's got a certificate that's not even signed by a director. This dummy didn't even sign his own fake certificate right. He's not even scamming correctly. This dude's he's like a terrible scammer. I will say he's smart for not taking a call, I guess, because he knows he's fake. He knows BS. Did he delete the link to his site? He sent me the link, but I think he deleted it. He's been deleting messages, so I'm not sure. Can we find it? It looks like I can't find it. I don't know. It looks like he took it down. But he had this BS site. That's another sign of fake stuff, guys. Keep in mind, if somebody sends you a link to some sort of Bitcoin, investing site, most of them are scams. Some of them, I guess, are legitimate. But all those other red flags, they should be green flags. They should be, okay, those are fine. Like, I should be able to talk to somebody. They should sound legitimate. They should have a track record of some sort. They should show withdrawals. I personally think it's probably just not worth investing with, those sort of things anyways, because so many of them are scams, unless you're really, really confident and you've done the research. But again, this is just another example of another low-life scammer on the internet stealing people's money, taking advantage of unsuspecting people who are new it. They don't deserve the time of day. They're evil. It's just wrong. It doesn't matter what they're going through. I don't care what they're going through. I know the world is hard. Everybody's got it tough in some way or another. But scamming people is just evil. It's just terrible. So don't fall for scams, guys. And if you see these sort of pages, please report them immediately. Know that I will never message you for these sort of things. There's people that use my name, my face to do this sort of stuff. I will never message you for money like this. My representatives, my company will never do that. And anybody really should not be asking you to send them Bitcoin privately and reaching out to you and trying to persuade you with massive guarantees. So that's a little lesson for the day on spotting scammers, and hopefully you enjoyed messing with this guy. I wasted a little bit of his time. Maybe that was spent wasting time on me rather than wasting time on somebody else who may not know as much about, scams and that sort of thing. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got something out of this video, and we'll see you back in the next one.